Good evening, and welcome to Numpty News, the only bulletin brave enough to ask the big questions. If America slaps a 50% tariff on Canadian goods, does that mean your syrup now costs more than a night out in Doncaster and roughly the same as a second-hand mobility scooter with no brakes? Tonight's top story: a full-blooded trade Barney's erupted across North America after Donald Trump whacked a giant tariff on most Canadian goods, sending markets, diplomats, and blokes who like imported bacon into a right sweaty flap. Exclusive. In scenes reminiscent of two bald dads fighting over tea last garden chair at a caravan park, T. Whitehouse says Canada's been unfair on American motors, booze and dairy. So naturally, T. response has been to set fire to T. economic shed and then stand there with a rake, shouting about freedom. Experts call it a major escalation. At Numpty News, we call it a daft punch-up over milk, motors, and maple gloop. Right, we dispatched our crack team of absolute turnips to investigate. First up, Derek Buggins, male, self-appointed trade expert and part-time forklift philosopher, who had already drawn battle plans onto back of a pub quiz sheet. Aye, if a Yank wants to charge extra for a bottle of maple dribble, I say we all switch to treacle and tell them to shove their pancakes up their ass. It's economic warfare, but with breakfast. Right. And while world leaders were locked in tense talks, things turned ugly at Brenda Plum's discount frozen food warehouse in Wigan, where shoppers began panic buying anything remotely Canadian. By 10 a.m., 3 women had wrestled over a novelty bottle of syrup. One man tried to hoard 17 packs of smoked ham, and a pensioner allegedly shouted that it were worse than tea time farm foods ran out of curly chips. Brenda Plonk, female, warehouse supervisor and emergency toffee pudding marshal, remained defiant.
I've seen some right carry-ons in me time, but a full-blown bloke sobbing into his trolley 'cause bacon's gone political. Love, it's beyond a joke now, innit?
Right then, we've got Colin Throbshaw here, financial analyst and part-time rage sniffer, telling us all about tariffs. But don't worry, he's using pies to explain. So, imagine every time you import a pie from abroad, there's a bit of tax slapped on it. That means when your pie shop sells it, it's going to cost more for folk to buy. So, end result? Dearer pies for everybody. Cheers, Colin. That's a proper Numpty News breakdown.
Right. Imagine your neighbour starts charging you 50% extra every time you borrow his lawnmower. So you retaliate by nicking his sausages and calling it diplomacy. That's where we are. It's bollocks with spreadsheets.
And there's more. Diplomatic sources, meaning a woman outside a minicab office who looked furious, claimed retaliatory measures could hit booze, cars and dairy even harder. That's led to what insiders are calling a supply chain issue, and what Numpty News is calling the Great International Cheese Sulk. In a final warning to viewers, Mavis Crank, female retired dinner lady and black market crumpet speculator, urged calm while stuffing a handbag with pancake mix.
Hey up, keep the heads on, folks. There's no need for a flap. I've only bought 82 tins and 6 patio heaters, right?
So there we have it. Another day, another colossal global cock-up caused by men in suits measuring patriotism in butter. If this carries on, by Friday a rasher of bacon will require a bank loan, a hatchback'll cost same as a bungalow, and some poor sod in Ottawa will get lamped with a waffle iron. We'll keep monitoring this ridiculous maple-fueled standoff. Until then, hide your wallets, protect your fridge, and for to love of sanity, don't mention poutine in a busy pub. This has been Numpty News, and to ensure that don't miss out on tomorrow's Numpty News, please subscribe.